My name is Gregory Sams. I've been doing off-the-wall things all my life, things that are off the beaten track. And I started off selling the first ever, packaging and distributing the first ever organic natural foods in this country. I moved on from there to inventing the veggie burger and naming it. And after that, I opened the world's first and only shop ever dedicated to chaos theory. Published and then subsequently licensed loads and loads of chaos, fractal designs, and posters and postcards around the world. Then I left buying and selling things and I started writing, and I wrote 2 books, one of which I've been talking about tonight and the other of which I've been talking about for the last 2 or 3 years.
That human beings, from the bottom up, have developed all the things that we really cherish in life, from art to architecture, astronomy, astrology, and bread, and beer, bicycles. It's all from the people, and I'll come to sit still. I'm not going to go through the whole alphabet here. This will take all night.
Well, the talk tonight is based on my first book, Uncommon Sense, The State is Out of Date, which seeks to display just how powerful freedom is when we apply it to our society, when we actually join all of our feedback loops together and do things, and it demonstrates how that is responsible for everything we really value and treasure in this world, except perhaps radar and beet sugar, which came from the government. And on the other hand, it shows how dangerous it is and how disruptive it is of our society when we interfere with that process through coercive government.
Most of us instinctively recognize that coercion is not the best way to get things done, because when all we're concerned with is following the law, we lose all concept of morality. It's the law, and if it's not illegal, however immoral it is, people will go ahead and take your money or whatever it is.
It's a point of great change happening, and things are always exciting when there are big changes happening. It's up to us which way that change goes, whether we go forward or whether we go downhill, if you like. I think the most important thing to do is to take responsibility ourselves for our world and not expect that our governments are going to do the job that we would earnestly like them to do, however much money they have. And once we take responsibility on their own shoulders, we at least have a chance of solving the problems that are facing us.
Today we had the brilliant Greg Sams talking about is the state out of date. He gave a brilliant 1-hour talk, and then we had a really almost a 2-hour series of questions and answers about this really primal question, is that how do we govern ourselves? It was great. People asked some great questions, and I have to say Greg answered them brilliantly, which is that a lot of the things that we think the state is responsible for is actually people doing it, and remembering that we've sort of given our power to the state and become dependent on it. And next week we're going to have Cornelius Crowley, who's going to be speaking about natural child, natural society. And sort of Cornelius's angle is that the nature of a society is determined by the nature of the way children are brought up, because obviously children become the people of that society, and it's in those early years that have the most profound impact on how we see the world, treat the other people, treat the world, etc. So Cornelius is going to be doing that, and I think he'll be singing some songs as well. And that will be the 9th and penultimate Inspiring Mind Forum. See you next week.